Hi guys, welcome to the Gamers Guild. On today's episode, I have a chance to unlock and unbox Star Wars Clone Wars, the first Legion Clone Wars expansion that we're getting. It's not really an expansion though, because it's a core set, I guess. Nonetheless, I'm extremely excited to be able to reveal this product to you guys. I was one of the extremely lucky 3 people to acquire a set today, and I apologize that the setting's not going to necessarily be the best. I'm just at an Airbnb in Indianapolis, so lighting may be off, all that kind of stuff, but I'm still extremely excited to get into this and just kind of show you what's in store for Legion going forward.
Hello there.
Okay guys, here it is. I am extremely excited to get into this. So at this point, we all, I guess, just kind of generally know what's going to be in it, especially after the live stream that they put out. However, I'm extremely interested to see what these sprues look like, as well as if there's any cards that I forgot about, and just kind of get excited all over again. Alright. So it looks like an updated kind of introductory guide on how to play, gives ideas on how to paint, all the usual same stuff there. Tokens, with the addition of the shield tokens for the droidicas, but otherwise all stuff that for the most part we have seen before. Because also there's that guy for them as well. And of course, the surge tokens. I say that like they've been there. Cool, so here's the part that I'm really excited to get to. Yeah, we get some bases, we get some measuring tools, we get all the usual. Sculpts are still the same for the barricades. New colors of bases. That's interesting. Some of these guys are not on sprues. So we've got the clone gunner here. And he is not on sprues at all, so he is being able to just be smushed together even, and that's not gonna let me do that part. Head doesn't go on in a particular angle. Yeah. He is push fit. Obviously some glue to hold it together, but that is definitely not a on the sprue kind of deal. Okay. Ooh. I guess it's to be expected, but we got new art on the command cards. The ambush, the push, assault, and standing orders. Of course, we have the Kenobi cards that we've all seen before, and the Grievous cards. We've got the same 4 options that came with the core set before, and then we... Okay, so on to the unit cards. Starting out, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi. He has Jump 1, Charge, which of course is the move and make a free attack action. Guardian 3, so he's going to be able to protect quite a few different attacks, and with the red defense dice, that's just fine. And what makes it a little bit dangerous is he also has the, I'm going to butcher the name of it, the Sorcerer Mastery, which also basically gives him the force reflex of shooting back the attacks at people and all that kind of stuff. So very interested to see if people are going to hold him back to let him play defensively for a key unit or something like that. Then, let's see. We've got the Phase 1 Clone Troopers, fire support, very strong. Basically lets them add into another unit that is already attacking, as long as they've got a line of sight and a face-up order token. You don't get the keywords on the Clone Troopers, so if they had like targeting scopes or something like that, it's not going to improve, but you do get to add all of their weapons and any keywords from those weapons. More Clone Troopers, obviously. And then there's the Bark Speeder, which has some interesting upgrades that we'll get to see later. Arsenal 2, fantastic, especially considering that you're going to want to run it with an upgrade. It's able to reduce the speed, which, while not always necessarily great, I feel like more times than not you're going to be able to line up better shots, all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Has cover 1, all good things. Then, of course, we have General Grievous himself, just seemingly a very dangerous person, also having Arsenal 2. That's either 2 lightsaber swings, maybe he pulls out the blaster, just so many fun options with him. He also has block, not quite the reflect that everybody else that we've seen wield a lightsaber has, but still gives him a surge to defend. Impervious, attacks with Pierce, very much like Boba. He's able to resist those a little bit better. Jedi Hunter is kind of a fun one. If he's attacking somebody that has the Force upgrade icon, he gains Surge to Crit, which is fantastic because so many of those guys are going to be carrying dodge tokens because of Force reflexes. Relentless, gets to attack after a move. That way when he does have that blaster, it doesn't have to be a melee attack like Charge. He's also able to take some pot shots. And then Scale, the guy's just able to move through all the difficult terrain, up and down, all over the place without too much worry. And while he himself is pretty elite, his units aren't. They're pretty weak. White defense dice, not even surge to defend. No surge to hit with white dice. It's pretty bad all around. The 2 interesting parts are the AI attack and the coordinate droid trooper. There are some definite synergies where that's going to be a big deal. The other big deal is this comes with 6 battle droids for 36 points. That's just a lot of bodies on the field at the end of the day. As long as you've got cover, they're going to be good at holding objectives, adding a little bit of fire support with some of the different weapons you can take with them. Just fantastic. And then, by far and away, the most unique new unit we have is the Droidicas. So again, they're droid, or I guess even vehicle. They have the AI attack or move, so if they don't have a face-up order token, they either have to move or attack. With the battle droids, unfortunately, it's only attack, so they don't have an option of moving first. Generator 1, flip 1 inactive shield token, and they have 4 shield tokens to start. So just giving them that extra layer of protection, even though they have just a white defensive dice with a surge. Where it gets interesting is the wheel mode. So you can activate them to go into wheel mode, and they just fly across the battlefield, basically. They move up to speed 3 and gain cover 2, but cannot defensively use the shield tokens and cannot attack. So, again, just adds a lot of versatility to these guys, because generally they should be pretty bulky with the additional 4 shields, regaining one of those shields at the end of every turn. And then their attack is also pretty nasty with suppressive, fixed front, and it's immune deflect. So that way they don't have to worry about Jedi somewhat thematically, I dare say. Alright, so that's it for the unit troopers. Next up we'll do the unit upgrade cards. Get more dice. Can never have enough, it seems, as we get more and more into this. And now for the part that I was really interested to get into, and that is the sprues. So this one looks to be part of a droidica sprue. Grievous has his own sprue, and they were not kidding about options for this guy. You have 6 different lightsabers to choose from, as well as his cape, the blaster arm. I'm not sure how I'm going to build him yet. That'll be fun. Looks like we've got the part 2 to the droidica sprue. So yeah, that's, well, hold up now. I've got 2 of this part. Huh. Maybe bonus droidicas? I wouldn't complain. Let's see what else is still in here. So it looks like mostly it is just the battle droids that are on the sprues. And I know that they said that they wanted to make sure to do this switch because of all the little fiddly pieces. Like, just look at the head. The head alone is just that tiny little piece. And there's even just a back of a head. That's crazy. I will say that their hard plastic is not quite exactly the same level that Games Workshop is. Not to knock the quality or anything like that. It just kind of feels different. Not quite as dark. It's definitely a lighter shade of plastic. And it bends a little bit more. That could be just because the sprue's holding it together a little bit more thin, but I wouldn't put too much worry into that. But yeah, no, all the battle droids here are accounted for. I think we have just half of an extra sprue of droidicas. Because we've got one set of arms there, and then we've got the head part here, and the body, and some of the legs and stuff. And then we just got bonus? Maybe the rolling position? I am genuinely not sure. All that to say, I do want to find at least one more guy. Of course, General Kenobi himself. One who I am extremely excited to paint because the animated inspiration that the Clone Wars have given us, I think you can do a really cool paint job with him. And again, he is, it feels like the same kind of plastic that the Stormtroopers have been. Because his lightsaber will definitely need to be heated up to be straightened out. But yeah, there is good old Obi-Wan, or Ben. Alrighty guys, that does it for, well, I guess we've got one more to do. Let's look through these cards right here. A couple of commanding presence, a couple of aggressive tactics. After issuing orders, choose up to 4 friendly units with the face-up order tokens, and they all gain surges, which is going to be fantastic for the droids especially. We get a couple of copies of Hunter, a couple of copies of Tenacity, some more environmental gear, some recon intel, which is just going to be fantastic. If you're planning on picking up a couple of core sets of this anyway, it's just depending on the scenario, a really good card to have on there. Some HQ uplinks, long-range comm links, and now we get the Jedi Mind Trick. which is just going to be able for Luke and Obi-Wan to start handing out suppression now. There's not a lot of Rebel lists that I know for handing out suppression. It's usually more of an Empire tactic, so curious if that's going to see a lot of play. Force Reflexes is a staple. Force Push, staple for all of our lightsaber buddies. Force Guidance is a new one. Choose 2 friendly units at range 1 to 2, and each of them gets a surge token. One of the nice things is you can target yourself with this. So that's able to start giving Vader surges and everything else, which is also scary good. The other light side only is Hope, Inspire 1. After your rally step, remove up to 1 suppression token from another friendly unit. So that one, unfortunately, could not target yourself, but I guess that's not what Hope is really for anyway. Alright, so then we get to see the very familiar 6 white dice, and then the basic DLT, but not quite, for the Clone Troopers. And then the B1 Trooper with their super gun is looking really nice. And then their we'll see if rockets ever become relevant. Let's be honest. And then we've got a couple of Grievous's upgrade and the Bark's different upgrades. Now I don't know if we've actually seen all of the Bark upgrades, so let's kind of dig into this. The Twin Laser Gunner, reduce your maximum speed by 1, so annoying, but at the same time could be very useful, especially on the smaller maps when you're just wanting to line up shots. It's a Frick's front, but it's adding 2 black dice and 2 white. We've got the Gunner, when this guy's holding out his rocket launcher. Impact 2 also reduces your maximum speed by 1. And then there's the Ion Gunner. This one is also fixed front and rear, so does have Impact 1, also has Ion 1. This is probably going to be just bad news all day, every day for vehicles. It does exhaust itself when you use it, which is a little bit interesting, but because of the free move, it's not too much of a trouble because you're going to be able to take a free move 2 and then whatever the word is to ready this again and just fire away with it to start pinning down now either the battle droids or all the new armor options that we're beginning to get. Well, awesome guys, thank you so much for this. I know I'm going to have a couple more videos going up today with the Dewback Trooper and the Imperial Shore Troopers. If you have any questions, let us know, but if you can, please go to the YouTube page and give us a like on the video, or support us on the Facebook. This is all still very new to me, and I'm extremely excited for just all the stuff to come. Thank you so much. Alright, last thing I wanted to show you guys real quick is the instructions, because the battle droids are not basic little guys. As you can see by the denotions all around them, there are a lot of different little bits and pieces that go into making these guys. The Clone Troopers are very basic, very similar to what we've seen with the Stormtroopers and Rebels before. And then the Droidicas and the bike itself are kind of expected to be a little bit more complicated, but definitely the little battle droids are the tough part. So what I want to do, just to see if everybody's worries over the sprues are worthwhile or not, I'm going to build a model and see how long it takes. Alright guys, that sums up everything that is in the Star Wars Clone Wars starter box. I don't think any too big of surprises there. The upgrade to the hard plastic is definitely an improvement and extremely necessary for the battle droids. I know there are a lot of people who are critical about it, but for a lot of hobbyists it's kind of what we've been used to. And also it looks like if you don't really want to worry about all that stuff, just don't do the droids. The clones are still coming in the format where we've already had our Stormtroopers and Rebels, where you just kind of have to stick a little bit of glue, stick the pieces in, and you're set. That being said, if you're tired of painting white like I am, The battle droids look like they're going to be an excellent candidate for Games Workshop's contrast paint with Skeleton Horde. I did a couple of test models I had laying around just to see if that would be a good battle droid color, and I think it is. So I'm really excited to get back home, try some of those out, and put them on the table. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube. This is all a brand new journey for me. I'm extremely excited to see where it's going to go and hopefully grow as well. If you can find the Facebook page and give that a like, that way any future Legion updates or other miniature card games, etc., I'll be covering as much as I can. Thank you so much.